What is good, everybody? Welcome into Driving the Nightline. My name is Alan Bell. Got a fantastic show for you today, and the boys are looking sharp. All right, I'm not going to waste any time. Prince of Picks, you're our leadoff hitter, big bro. What you got, man?
Yes, sir. All right, guys. Let's go and get into these picks here. We're going off to the pitch, of course. Starting off with the FIFA Club World Cup. We got a 6 p.m. Eastern kickoff tonight where the Seattle Sounders from the MLS are going to be taking on Atletico Madrid, one of the giants of La Liga in Spain. I like Madrid here to win this one by margin. I think Madrid is going to come into this one. They're going to need to score a lot of goals in this game as they've already lost 0-4 to PSG earlier in group stage here. So they're going to definitely want to kind of right some wrongs here. And really score some goals for goal differential in case there's a tie in the group. The first tiebreaker is goal differential, so I do expect to see a fully motivated Atletico Madrid side here against the Seattle Sounder teams that, let's be honest, they're just overvalued or overmatched here in this one. They're really nowhere near the same level as Atletico Madrid. So as long as Madrid come out full force, which I do expect that to happen, I think to win by margin, we're going to take Atletico Madrid -1.5 here. You get that at -108 odds. Next up, we're going to go to a 9 p.m. Eastern kickoff. We're staying in the FIFA Club World Cup where we have PSG from France, of course, taking on Botafogo from the Brazilian Serie A. Botafogo coming off of a 2-1 grueling win over Seattle was a little bit closer than a lot of people had expected. But this Botafogo team, they have lost a lot of their best players over the last year. So this isn't the same team that qualified for this tournament. They're very much a weaker side here. Meanwhile, PSG on the other side, current champions of Europe, and they have been in absolute top form over the last several months. Really, they're the best team, in my opinion, a club team in the world outside of maybe Barcelona, who unfortunately didn't make this tournament. But in any case here, I like PSG to win this one by margin here. We're going to do a similar bet. PSG -1.5 here. That's at -153 odds. For those bets here, you win those bets if those teams win by 2 or more goals. So I do think that's very possible with both of those matchups. Next up, we'll go to the Gold Cup. This is the CONCACAF Gold Cup here. We got a 6:45 p.m. Eastern kickoff tonight where Trinidad and Tobago are going to be taking on Haiti. I like a lot of goals in this one. Neither team can really defend. Both teams are going to look at this one as a chance to pick up all 3 points for the win here. And I do think we see somewhat of a shootout here. I wouldn't be surprised if we see upwards of 4, 5, maybe even 6 goals in this one. It's very common between Caribbean teams to see a lot of goals, and so I think that happens in this one. I like both teams to score here and over 2.5 goals. You can get that at -120. And finally here, 9 p.m. Eastern kickoff, the big one here in the Gold Cup, the United States are going to be taking on Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, one of the invited teams here in the CONCACAF Gold Cup. Of course, this is a regional tournament, but Saudi Arabia, of course, has been invited because they got the money. We're looking at USA here. They are very much an overvalued team in this one, I think. Coming off of their 5-0 win over Trinidad. Trinidad's not a very good team. Meanwhile, Saudi on the other side, this is one of the top defensive teams in all of Asia. So I do think Saudi has a great chance here to kind of limit the United States' chances offensively here. And I just think with this U.S. team citing their B team here, this is not their A team. This is very much their reserve team that they're playing in this tournament for the United States. I think Saudi Arabia has all the chance in the world here to keep it close. I like Saudi Arabia on a double chance, +137. We win that bet if Saudi Arabia wins or draws the match here. And I like those chances a lot.
Nice, man. Well done. Well done. All right. Mosh, my boy, go ahead and let it rip. You got 2. What up?
Yeah, I'm going against the grain a little bit today. Everybody is backing Spencer Strider and the Braves. I say absolutely not. He has an incredible strikeout rate, but he struggles with walks. He has a 9.3% walk rate. The Mets are 4th best in strikeouts and 3rd best in walks, so I really don't think that bodes well for Strider. Mets are also 1st in OPS and run creation in the first 3 innings. And Strider for the season, granted, he's coming back from an injury, but he still has a 5.50 ERA in the first 3 innings. I think those are fantastic numbers to try backing the Mets here. Also, on the other side, Clay Holmes has been fantastic this season. In the first 3 innings, he has a 2.36 ERA. Atlanta ranks 13th in OPS and 18th in run creation here. I'm sprinkling here. Listen, it's like a half unit for me, which is a little bit less than normal, but I really feel like the Mets deserve to be the favorites here. Not really sure why everyone's jumping all over the Braves. Next up, we got the Astros at the Athletics. We got some weather today. We also got 2 lefties. Both of these teams actually hit lefties incredibly well. The A's are 9th in OPS and runs creation against lefties, and the Astros are 5th and in OPS and third in runs creation against lefties. I think this is a great spot, near 80 degrees temperature with 14-mile-per-hour winds blowing out to left. This will not be easy for either pitcher. Also, bullpen-wise, Athletics straight up the worst bullpen in the last 30 days, the whole season, flat out. Astros bullpen ranked 6th over the whole year, but have actually ranked in the bottom, ranked 20th over the last month. So I really like runs here, and I'm also going to throw another half unit on that one. Let's bring it home tonight.
Nice. Yeah, that weather out there is going to be crazy, dude. Absolutely crazy. All right. So I got a couple plays here. Actually, I have two. First one. Yes, Austin. As Austin Thompson said, my boy, hit that like button. Please. It's huge. If you're watching on your phone, grab the screen, pull it down, hit like, pop it back up. Jack Caglione just hit his first major league home run. Way to go, Big Jack. Proud of the boy. All right. Two plays here. First off, Coastal Carolina, LSU over 8.5. Yes, I know. The pitching matchups, they're great. And they are. But they are going to be runs. There's going to be a 3-game series. Also, I'll say this, and I hope none of the books are watching right now. When the books drop the over-under of 2.5 games played in the college baseball national championship series, right? Does a team sweep or not? I'm interested to see where they put that number. I think we're going to get 3 games. But I'm going to take the over 8.5. Shop your books. You might be able to get an 8. You might be able to wait and get an 8. So, yeah, just do your due diligence there. All right, now, that's Saturday. But tonight, okay, 4-leg parlay, and I think we could get each one of these. Thunder money line, just win the game. Pascal Siakam, 1+3. Alex Caruso, 1+3. And TJ McConnell, our dog, 1+3. Put those 4 together, plus 425. Can we hit it? Is this the last NBA game of the season? Prince, who do you think wins?
To call because both teams have just been really competitive with each other. But I think this Halliburton injury, with that being a calf injury, I've had several of those myself, and I can tell you from personal experience, there's really nothing you can do. I mean, it's just a matter of time before it heals, and I just think they're running out of time personally. And without him, I don't see how the Pacers have a chance, really. Even though they're at home, they're going to have that home crowd. Of course, the environment's going to be lit and everything, but I really think if the Thunder bring their A game here, which has been an issue for them, this young team has been showing some of their youth here on the road. They've been unable to close out some of these games that they should have been closing out, but if you put everything on Siakam, I mean, I think the Thunder can kind of neutralize Siakam here, and if that's the case, then I really don't see who else steps up for the Pacers. You always have the possibility of a role player at home, maybe stepping up and having a big game. They'd have to have a 30-point game, in my opinion, to really be competitive in this one with the Thunder. So I think the Thunder kind of roll in this one. I will say, full disclosure, I've been, like I said, I've been struggling with this series. My picks have been kind of all over the place with the Thunder team, but just given the circumstances, especially with Halliburton, it's just such a crucial point and part of the Pacers offense here and defense really too. So just a really big loss for them. And I think just with the calf injury, he may try to gut it out and play, but he's just not going to be the same player. Not even close. If it's just not enough time.
No. And dude, as for betting this series, it's been brutally tough.
It's been tough.
It's even been tough for props. Absolutely. Dude.
100%. Yeah.
McConnell's got like 2 games where he scored nothing.
One of the more difficult. I've been betting NBA for many years, and especially the finals. I usually have a pretty good record in betting NBA finals. This has been one of my lower NBA finals betting records. It's just been a real whirlwind here, trying to figure out what's going to happen. These teams are just so closely competitive, and going into the series, I thought the Thunder would roll them. I'll be honest. I'll put my hand up. I thought it was going to be 4-1, 4-0 at most, but Pacers have really stepped it up. But I just think without Halliburton, I think it's just too much to ask for the Pacers to really be competitive down the stretch here with the Thunder. But let's see. And knowing my luck, the Pacers will win, and we'll get to a game 7. So.
Bro, I know what you mean. Like right after game 1, literally right after game 1, I said, whatever I say to bet on this series, just bet the opposite. Just bet the opposite.
100%.
Yeah.
I've got to say, I've got a contrary opinion here, actually, and I don't like going up against anyone, But I have been extremely impressed what I've seen with the Pacers, with or without Halliburton. I think that they actually get it done tonight, even though my ticket from the beginning of the series, like everybody else, was for the Thunder to win the series by -1.5, which means that they have to win tonight for me to win.
You take the Pacers to cover or to win?
I took the Pacers to win tonight. I took the Thunder to win the series by 1.5. So yeah, I'm kind of good either way.
All right. So, okay. No, the reason that I asked is all right. So you bet the Pacers money line tonight, essentially, and the Thunder money line in Game 7.
Yeah, I actually took the Pacers on the spread just to give myself a little bit of extra cushion, just in case the Thunder pull it out. But yeah, I have the Thunder on the spread. So if the Thunder win tonight, I cash that ticket. And I cashed my preseason ticket of the Thunder winning it all. I had it on Boston and the Thunder from the preseason, which is really nice. And if the Pacers come back and win tonight, watch out for Game 7. I think that they're honestly, like, there's times watching these games where I think the Pacers are a better team consistently.
So, if I can, let me ask you a question. So, do you think Halliburton has a big game, or if not, who do you think has the other? Who do you think is the assistants, right, to Siakam? Because you figure Siakam's going to do everything he can, right? Who is it? Who's the other guy? Who's the other guy for the Pacers that steps up?
That's a fair point. But I will say, anybody steps up at any time and they just start shooting threes, and there's not a lot you can do about it. Like it could be a whack-a-mole game for the Thunder trying to keep down this Pacers team. They're just unbelievable sometimes, and they're shooting.
Maybe Neesmith goes 8 for 9 again from 3-point, right? Like
right? Yeah.
Like you did earlier in the playoffs.
Hey, I'll say this. So what I was going to say, though, is that if anybody is out there betting Pacers money line, okay, and I don't know what that number is, plus 175 or something. Doesn't matter. Anyways, the reason that I brought it up is that if you think the Pacers are going to win tonight, but you think the Thunder are going to win Game 7, go to BetMGM, and there's a bet on the series finish, and you can take Thunder win 4-3, and it's like plus 300. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, instead of parlaying, the money line and then the money line, it still doesn't come out that high. Like, I don't even think BetMGM knows that they have it up of like what that bet actually is. You know what I mean? But if you go, you can get it. So if you think the Pacers win tonight, but the Thunder win in 7, go to BetMGM. You'll make like double your money for free, because I don't think anyone knows that bet is there.
Yeah, that's a really smart play. Like a really smart play.
Yeah. Great angle. 100%.
Yeah, they put those up, and it's funny because like you'll see them, sometimes they're close together, and this is all books, and it's 2 completely different prices when it's the same thing, and you're like, okay. All right. Let me see if we can still find it. Hold on.
Yeah, and in the meantime, I'm just going to fill this time for a second. If you get a chance, there's a boost on DK right now. Cubs are losing 5-2, bottom of the 4th. Like I've mentioned many times in the past, Cubs are the number 1 team in the last 30 days in offense in the bottom 5 innings, and the number 1 bullpen. Take the Cubs if you got a chance, and if you don't have money already on it, because I think that's a credible look, and you're going to get a great price, especially if they don't score in the bottom of the 4th, and you can take that at the top of the 5th or the top of the 6th when the Cubs start really coming alive. Yeah, I think that's a fantastic look.
Yeah, and I'll chime in here real quick too while we're waiting. I'll give you guys a live bid right now. Now I'll be honest, I don't have the scoreboard in front of me, so if this has already happened, then do it. But I like Inter Miami right now taking on Porto in the Club World Cup. I like both teams to score. So again, I don't have the scoreboard in front of me, so I'm not sure if there's been a goal in that one yet or not. But there hasn't. I would definitely look at both teams to score in that one. Again, that's Inter Miami taking on Porto in the Club World Cup.
Club World Cup, right?
Yes, sir.
There we go. All right, so if you go to BetMGM, I just did it right now. If you go to BetMGM, go to basketball or the NBA, however it's written, and you'll see the game for tonight, and then below it, you'll see futures. All right, click futures, And then I know that this is an ugly picture. I just did it right now. But, yeah, it's plus 270. I apologize. Plus 270. So if you think the Pacers win tonight and the Thunder win Game 7, just go ahead and bet that. It's better odds. Like, I truly don't think that BetMGM knows it's still up.
And if the Pacers do win, you can always hedge on yourself somehow on game.
Yeah, good point.
You're never out of it,
Mm-hmm.
which is what I'm currently doing. The only reason really why I'm betting on the Pacers tonight is because I have a ticket on the Thunder. If I didn't have a ticket on the Thunder, I'm just watching this as a fan.
Oh,
but I'm hedging.
Totally. That's why I played so many overs in college baseball over the last week. Because it's like I had a money line here and a money line here. Like, you know what I mean? And it was like, all right. Now this is just house money. Tizzle, NBA doesn't have Scott Foster to extend the series. Thunder win and over. Yep. Did you see that video of Gilbert Arenas live on a podcast? Did you guys see this?
No.
All right. I don't have the link. I'll try to find it after the show, but I'm sure that you can Google it. I don't know what show that he was on, but Gilbert Arenas, it was one of the finals games, and it was it doesn't matter. I don't know what the series was, but anyways, they're watching it. It's Gilbert, it's like another NBA dude and like a host, and like they're watching the game on the screen, which I don't know how they get away with that, right? But they're watching it, commenting, and the other NBA player goes, Gil. He goes, look, and this is like the game just started, right? And he's like, Gil, look. He goes, look who's on the ball, the ref. He goes, look who's on the ball. And he goes, is that Scott Foster? He just started yelling, and he ripped off his jersey. He goes, no. He goes, this series is getting extended. Watch. And it happened, like, and immediately. But it was funny that, like, a player was like, oh, yeah, Scott Foster? Yeah. It's getting extended.
He's the extender. That's what he's called around the social media.
And it happened. Like, you have to go watch the video. I butchered it, right, for like, all the interaction. But it's funny because exactly like the way that we're talking, like Arenas like heard it and he saw him and he was just like us. He was like, oh, hell no. No. Live bet the other way.
Wow.
Yeah, I know some really smart cappers who are starting to go onto the MLB umpires and trying to see how friendly pitchers, how friendly hitters, and I haven't gotten into that yet. Incredibly smart looks because you're talking about how the game is formed, how it's shaped, what leans in those tiny little moments, and how much they mean. It's a big edge. It's a huge edge.
100%. And I mean, that goes across any sport, really. I mean, if you can get an angle on who's officiating and kind of get trends for, how they officiate games. I mean, same for soccer, are they lenient? Do they give a lot of yellow cards? Do they give a lot of red cards? With VAR, it's kind of, iffy in terms of penalties and stuff, but yeah.
Oh, no, sorry, I wasn't interrupting you. I was saying I'm going to come in after you. Keep going. Yeah.
Okay. But no, yeah, just getting in it, it's hard to do, but if you're able to, that's another great way to kind of handicap these games. Officials play a bigger role than you would think, right? So
you want MLB umpire info for today? Let me zoom in here. Now, it's terrible to read right here, but again, if you go to Swish Analytics, it has all this on the left side, like on the left side panel. Go through every umpire. So I say that to say that everyone has this tool, like in front of them now. Swish Analytics, just go look on the left. I'm with you on NFL referee. I go off interceptions like that all the time. So I'm with you, man. I'm surprised that a lot more people haven't picked up on weather.
Weather definitely is I'll tell you, in soccer it's not so much as impactful. The weather,
I mean, it works for baseball, right? Like
for baseball, 100%, sure, yeah, absolutely.
I'm surprised that more shows or whatever haven't picked up on how big of a correlation that weather and baseball is. And again, not the same with every sport. Soccer's different, football's different. Now it's definitely gonna matter in terms of like your cardio game. You know what I mean? If you're at altitude and it's hot as whatever. But I'm with you. I like I like that look most of umpires. We should look at that.
I'm going to see if I can incorporate that. I'm building a model right now for the MLB slates. I'm going to see if I can incorporate that. I haven't been able to successfully get information from Swish Analytics yet, but I'm gonna try after this and see how that goes.
Let me know. Let me know if it doesn't work automatically. We can reach out to them. They're good people.
Oh, listen, if you can reach out and give me an API to get their stats and stuff like that, that would be my number one. That would be phenomenal. Like that's big stuff right there. I would use them and I would put them on the front and center. Sponsored by.
All right. I'll reach out here.
Yeah, if I can get like player batter data against like all those sheets that you have, incorporate all that stuff. Like I already have like last 2 weeks, last month, full year, like who's hot, who's not, strikeouts, hits, all that stuff. But if I can get like specific matchups against pitchers, how well they've done historically, and that would be a huge boon for us.
Yeah, dude, hell yeah, it would. I'll reach out for sure. Tizzle said, hate to quote certain someone, but people generally don't want to do the work. That's funny. Takes 5 minutes to look at what 100%, man. Like now, again, that's the other thing too. It's gambling. It's hard. I don't care what sport it is, but I'm with you on that. Like there's information, and then it gets down to, and it's funny that you brought that up, Tizzles, because like this show has kind of been us doing that together. Of like just going through raw data, information that we have, and saying, all right, what works? What do we keep doing? What can we get rid of? Right. And it's an ever going process, and it'll be different for every sport. But yeah, 100%, man. And that's why the community is so important, because everyone sees and knows different things. You know what I mean? It's like being an American and you go to Mexico or South America and they're cooking, it's different and it's great. And it's, like you learn the things that they inherently know that they grew up with, right? Same thing with games, same thing with anything in life. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Expanding your perspective is the number one most important thing a young person can do. I think traveling in my youth was the number one thing that helped me improve in my life overall. Listening to other people's opinions. Yeah. Just traveling Europe, backpacking. I went from when I was 16. I probably had over 15 to 20 trips all throughout Europe over the last.
Damn, really?
15 years. Yeah.
No, it's good though. It's good. Like opening up to more cultures. Like that's statistically been proven. Like what I don't know what metric, but yeah, I mean the more that you are open to, generally the more welcoming you would be.
Yeah.
Big Zach Phelps nailed it on the Yankees runs first inning. Zach absolutely crushed that one. And then the Twins and the Reds. What about that?
Oh, I had that. I had Reds first inning money line, and I got a little worried when Buxton hit that homer, and then the Reds went and hit 2 in the bottom of the first to cash us that ticket.
And he hit another one.
Jeez. Yeah, that Twins team is dangerous.
Yeah.
At times, I should say.
Yeah. Oh, Brian Clancy, are you still in the chat? If you are, I believe you sent me a DM. I just saw it right before this show. All right. And did we see each other at the gas station? I think we did. But let me know if you're still in the chat. I saw you in here earlier. You might have dropped out. But yeah. Haney got smoked today when he books. Drop it. I'll be on Skeen's props tonight. Game 2. Yeah. Brian. Yes, there we go. Okay. So number one, you weren't offensive in what you said, even though your kindness is very much appreciated. Right. And nothing bad. Like he knows what I'm talking about. But yeah, dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. We'll have to holler at each other next time, man. Do you go to that gas station a lot? Randall lives right over there, Mims. I was just leaving his house. All right, you may be talking about something else. All right, there we go. Yeah, maybe something else. Oh, no, never mind. Brian. All right, wrong Brian. Apologies, wrong Brian. The other Brian is watching. He's really, dude, apologies. Yeah, maybe we didn't run into each other at the same gas station if you're in Boston. I moved from Iowa to New Mexico right after I graduated high school, then to South Dakota. Dude, those are 3 cool ass states. Like I'm big into, just the natural wonder, I guess you could say, of America. Like every state is great. They're different and they're like it's good. We have states that are big city, built around, right? East Coast. Awesome. West, coast, not really the coast, but New Mexico, South Dakota, like the natural beauty. I mean, it's just awesome. It's awesome. And I bet that Raven, I bet that definitely helped for sure, man. Yeah. I have been to Boston. I have enjoyed the hell out of myself in Boston. Drank our asses off. Asses off. We went to this place. It was on like the bay or whatever you call it. And dude, it was like seafood. And it wasn't like this like super high-end restaurant. It was like normal. And we just sat out there, dude. Like it was awesome. Boston's a great city. Great city.
Can I actually answer Austin's comment in the chat real quick? He asked me what I'm building my model with. I'm building it just by myself, raw data, putting it together. I'm a software engineer, so that's what I do in my day-to-day life. So that's what I'm doing for myself for this model. And you just said you joined the Army young, got to South Korea, visited everywhere I could. Joining the Army helped me travel a lot. Like a lot. Every time I was going back and forth, I would always make a pit stop somewhere and spend a few days there before going home for however long that was. So yeah, joining the Army really does get you to experience a lot of different cultures and get out there in the world.
There you go. And you're teaching us sniping stuff too. I saw this video. It was like one of these alpha male camps that they had where these kids like dudes pay like 10 grand and look, man, I ain't my money. You do what you want to do with it, right? But anyway, so it's just like these dudes that are just yelling at them. You know what I mean? Like they don't really have a plan. But again, if it helps them, like I'm not coming at it. What I'm saying is I can't remember. I think it was Bill Burr or somebody. He was commenting on it, and he goes, "You paid 10 grand." He goes, the Army will give you 40. He goes, he goes, "You're an idiot. Just join the Army. What are you doing?"
And a lot of times those boot camps, I know I have a lot of friends who went through them. I waved at them as they passed me by. They're a lot more brutal than the actual Army. The Army, everyone's goal, like, to be fair, basic training
the Army has like laws and regulations and things.
Every hour that you're marching, they have to give you like a 15-minute break. Like there's all these stupid things. So as long as you're not in basic training where they're really trying to break you down to the lowest part that you can be, everything else is like, how do we make your CO and everybody is trying to make your life easier, not harder.
Yeah, no, like the break you down and then build you all back up together model, like when done in good light, is proven like to work. Now, it's also mirrored by cults, right? And they do it and they get a little nefarious with it. But no, man, like you're exactly right. I like the cadences, like during the running. I don't want to do any running. Let's be very clear on that. Zach Phelps said I don't know why I read Zach's full name. Like we don't all know Zach. Zach R. Phelps of Ohio. Every state is great. Sounds like someone who hasn't been to Ohio. What were the 2 chili places? Skyline and what's the other one in Cincinnati? Skyline and damn. I can't think of the name of it. Anyways, I'm a big spaghetti guy. I'm a big chili guy. I'm a big bread guy. Phenomenal. People ask, which one was your favorite? Yes. I'm in for both. It'd be the same thing in Philly. Which one's your favorite cheesesteak place? Yes. All of them.
There is a correct answer there, by the way.
What is it? It's going to be one of those off the street ones?
I think it's called Delisandro's.
That sounds authentically Philly.
It's where I used to, I don't know if I told the story yet. I used to work in Baltimore at a furniture store, and all the workers there had me go into the city to pick up D'Alessandro's to bring it back to the warehouse where everybody was working every time I went back to home to visit.
Damn,
That's
so
the place. That's the
it must
place.
have been good.
Much better hot and fresh, though, I will say.
Gold star, that's it. Gold star. Z Money nailed it. Yes. Skyliner. Like, I loved it. Now, Philly wise, I'm all in Italian food, cheesesteaks. Shoot. You look like you're about to say something.
Oh, I just saw in the chat, Austin said that basic training people have phones now, cell phones now. I mean, I had cell phones, but they took that shit as soon as you got on the bus. They weren't
I was
letting you
going to
have
say,
it.
like, I figured you couldn't have anything.
So at the
You
end
could have
of
a
the day,
Bible. Yeah.
I don't know if this is for like all units, but during my basic training, we were allowed to have it for an hour at night. And that was basically all the freedom that you can do. If you wanted to shower, you got to shower. If you wanted to like go talk to your girlfriend, mom, wife, whatever, that was your time. And then you had to give the phone back.
Yeah. You had to give it back?
It was a tough time at that period of time, and they were not messing around. We were also in the middle of a war, so there was that going on the border. So they were really
that. Yeah.
they were a little stricter than probably normal.
Well, I was going to say this. The Masters, the golf tournament, 0% phone. None.
Yeah, I heard about that. And then I was listening to somebody who got special permission to bring it in, and he was like getting the updates on his phone, and then like there were crowds of people around him being like, "Oh, what's happening? What's happening? What's
They either shot that guy or he has a very, very wealthy cousin.
I think he was a reporter. I think he was doing a report. He was doing something.
Their reporter area is super. I'll tell you this. So, I mean, everything they have there is unbelievable. Yeah, no phones. It will go in a locker before your ass even gets to the tent selling merchandise. And they ain't playing, right? So, no phones. You could bring a camera like those old cameras, disposable ones, right? But there are no phones. And oh my God, what were we just talking about? You were just saying, what were you just saying, Stern?
No phones, basic training.
God, I can't remember what it was. Oh. Yeah. So if anybody tried to sneak a phone in, like, they might shoot you. I don't know what they would do. Like, I don't think that there are laws. Like, literally, the Masters. I'll tell you this. Look up and Google. There's a secret area at the Masters called Berkman's Place. Okay? Let me tell you the level of VIP to get in. Okay? To just get in it's inside the Augusta National, like the full course, right? So you're already in the course. You're in the event, but then it's this other area called Berkman's Place. And this is how elite that it is. The person checking information at the front of the gate, just right there, Condoleezza Rice.
Oh, wow.
Look, you could Google it. Condoleezza Rice.
Wow.
Yeah. At one point, she was one of the 4 most powerful people in the world.
Right.
And she was having a great time. Like, I was like, I don't know what level of celebrity gets into this, but if Condoleezza Rice's ass is right there, like, she's looking around and she's like, I'm more important than all of these people. Like, yeah, I was like, dude,
Wow.
Condoleezza Rice, like, it's crazy. She was 2 seats from the president. Like, all right, anyways. All right, we'll get out of here. I've kept everybody way long enough. She does. No, and Austin, and I say that like she wanted to do it, because she's a member there at Augusta National. And I mean, again, I don't know what the level of celebrity of this area is, but it is apparently elite. Like, I wasn't anywhere near it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. But she does it every year. Like, none of them get paid or anything, but like she loves, like Austin, like you said, like Condoleezza Rice absolutely loves sports and she loves that environment. And dude, she's always there. So, anyways, all right, we'll get out of here, boys. Well done. Let's get these picks tonight, tomorrow, rest of the week. Nail it. All right. Prince, any final thoughts, buddy? Where can we find you at?
Yeah, you guys can follow me on X and TikTok at Prince of Picks 10. Also, make sure you guys check out my pinned post on my X profile. I give all my plays in my VIP channel. You guys can find out more information on that on the pinned post on my X profile.
That's how you plug it. Moshe, where do we find you at?
Yeah, just search Stern Bets in Google. Go to Substack, follow me, get my articles. You'll follow all my socials from there.
Google. Hey, you got confidence in the SEO, boy. You're going to be the first response. I'll tell you this, for anybody who is maybe brand new to SEO or like learning it or whatever, I'll tell you this. You know what the best place to hide a dead body is? The second page of Google results. Nobody goes past the first page when you Google something. Nobody.
True.
Never happens.
I was going to say my neighbor's house.
Could be that too. Could be that too. But yes, if you're spending the money, which it is incredibly expensive, make sure you get on that first page because nobody clicks page 2 for Google.
Oh,
Ever. You can hide dead bodies, plural. Oh, man. All right. Let's get out of here. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. All the support, everything that you do for DTL. You are DTL and you make it what it is. Never, ever, ever be able to thank you enough for that because it's awesome every single day. All right. Best of luck. Let's cash these tickets, and we will see you tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern. Peace.
Who's got it better than us? Nobody!